Now you've joined me for another episode of These Can't Be Real People. I refuse to believe that these are real people. At this point, I'd rather they put bots into competitive, and I think I've come up with a pretty cool concept for that. So if you've got a teammate that is clearly throwing, or one teammate that seems to be thinking more about what they're going to have for lunch as opposed to playing the comp game, we should be able to vote them out mid game. That's my take on it. So just to make sure that it's not like unfair, one person picked it. There's no being needlessly toxic to that one person, you versus them. All 5 of the team have to vote. But if that vote is decided that that person shouldn't be in the game, then they get kicked out for the second half and replaced with a bot, because I feel at least the bot will take it seriously. Yeah. This game, as always, to be honest, was an absolute mess, and you wouldn't think, again, it's not the highest rank in the world, but it's still Platinum 3, so you're still in the 4th rank from the bottom. I guess that's somewhere around the midpoint of the ranking system, and these people, they treat it like quick play, I suppose. Yeah, doesn't really matter, win, lose, who cares? What you'll find in this game is people are very concerned about, maybe we don't have enough DPS, yeah? So here's the trick, I suppose. It's very, very rare that you can go into a game knowing whether you'll win or lose before you've even played the game. But this is one of those games where you already know this is going to be a bad, bad game. So if you want to ever progress in comp, don't do what these people did, yeah? Make sure you do the complete opposite, because they deemed, I tell you what, there was already 2 DPS on this team. Maybe that's not going to be enough. We better add a 3rd. And then when they saw the 3rd, they were like, maybe a 4th, yeah? Maybe that's going to be the key. And as the game goes on, you'll see we get a 5th, we get a 6th, yeah? And then you've got people pinging for heals, even though they know there's not a strat on the team. I'll give you this guy as a good example. Beauty Privilege. We were just on the same team in a losing effort in the comp game before, and I'll give you a clue what category, what class he was playing, and it's SPD, but not in that order. And then I'll give you another clue what character he was playing, because it rhymes with Fork Guy. It seems like he only has DPS as an option to play. And look, maybe I should feel sorry for him, because the devs here are clearly messing with him. You know, every patch update that they do, they don't give him the same opportunity that they give us. They let us play strats, vanguards, DPS. I mean, we've got this Deadpool now running backwards, but they let us switch, you know what I mean? We could be a different character in each game if we wanted to, but unfortunately they only let Beauty Privilege play DPS. They've deleted all the other characters from the game. It's very unfair, you know. We all maybe need to rally around Beauty Privilege, because he should have the opportunity that we do, but instead he's just forced to insta-lock a DPS every single game, you know. Hawkeye, Hela, but at no point should he consider switching, not with elite gameplay like this. Let's have a quick look at the stats, yeah? 3 and 2 at the moment. So why in the world would you consider even switching when you're bringing this level of knowledge? Oh, see Wolverine there doing the little cha-cha slide on his face. That's because he's got no heals at the moment, yeah? One of our healers now thought, this would be a good idea. I'm going to switch over to Punisher. Hank, I'm pretty sure, was a healer at one point. Now he's Black Widow, so we know big things are going to be coming from Hank. Hank's came to play here. It's not heal time anymore. The only healer we've got left now is Deadpool. Sky Mix. And believe me, that ain't going to last long. He's down at the moment. So let's see what DPS character he respawns as. It's just an absolutely crazy situation, considering this is comp. I just think that it's oh, there we are, Squirrel Girl, my favourite. So all is well, you know. Beauty Privilege now has switched multiple times, but instead of switching to something useful, he's gone from Hawkeye to Hela to Black Panther. Let's try a different class, guys. Oh, or instead, let's stand still. What I'll do, I'm going to stay here. I'm just going to look at my controller, wonder why it's not carrying me through and I'm pressing all the buttons. Why am I not winning? Actually, I'll switch to magic. I'll go for a fourth. Yeah, it's magic time. Oh, now I'm Human Torch. The guy has spent more time switching through DPS characters than playing the actual game. Yeah, let's see how long this lasts. He's half health right now. There's no healer. Yeah. Oh, he's chipping away, he's chipping away. I honestly think he's only lasted this long because he's that close to spawn. And there we are, he's dead. Just to finish the game strong and stay consistent. So, where are we? 3 and 4, 2 and 6, 2 and 5, 1 and 5, 4 and 2, 6 and 5. So at the moment, there's only 2 of us on this team that are even positive. Surely that should tell you all you need, that you need to switch it up and play as someone else. And I can already hear the screams, but why don't you switch to a different character? This particular game, I just gave up, to be honest with you. If you look at my channel, I'm a different character every time, and the vast majority of the time I'm not a DPS. I've played Hulk, Emma Frost, Invisible Woman, there's a Gambit video coming, there's Cloak and Dagger, Angela. The vast majority of the time, when you get into that pre-select screen, there's so many people that always want to play DPS. You can't get rid of Moon Knight. The guy's in every single game. Yeah, he's like a bad smell. Moon Knight's everywhere. Squirrel Girl, God, she is absolutely everywhere. Yeah, the Acorn Moron. She's in every single game. There's Iron Man, yeah, he's another one. There's these particular characters, Namor, Punisher, they're in every game. So, you know, most people are going to want to stick to playing them, so I'm happy to do what's needed to do. And to be honest, I like playing the other categories anyway. This was the one time I thought, I tell you what, I'm going to play DPS, and instead of the other players thinking, yeah, cool, we'll play a character that we know from another class, I don't think they do know them, so they just got stuck into DPS, and unfortunately this is where we are. Fortunately, we've got a DPS video coming on the channel where I play Scarlet Witch, and I went something like 54 and 7, I believe it was, because other people actually chose to play the other classes that they're allowed to play. So, like I said, maybe we need to start a petition. Maybe we need to get hold of some DPS mains, insta-lockers, and just make them aware. You are allowed to play, like nothing bad will happen to you if you decide to heal people for a game, or if you decide to tank for a game, but the crazies were in this game in full force. Honestly, there's nothing worse than seeing everyone rally around to play DPS. And looking at it, I don't really know what happened, because I could have swore one other person in this game was going positive. How Hank? Oh no, he is Hank, 4 and 2. So I've managed to do more damage than Winter Soldier and Moon Knight put together. How Hank ended up getting the MVP, though SVP, I don't really know. Maybe his stats, what are they? 3 final kills, yeah, whatever. I mean, this wasn't really the game to be competing for SVP anyway. It was an embarrassment, and I'm glad everyone at least had the sense to surrender. But yeah, they wrecked that one for me. But I thought I'd put that up there just as a good example of insanity. So have a great day. Catch you in the next one.